Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. And I got another question for y'all. This is not a hip hop question, but this is a question in regards to the school system. Because it's like, we go to school for 12 years, like 12 years of school. And it's like when we graduate, a lot of the stuff that we learned in school, we don't even use it anymore. A lot of us is pretty much at the age where we pretty much realize that those 12 years of school, we were pretty much just being brainwashed. But I got a question. If you somebody out there that's a teacher, if you somebody out there that's a parent, feel free to engage with me, chat with me. Let's have a discussion about this. But when it comes down to the school system, do you feel the curriculum should change in the school system? Like, for them to, like, teach students all of this stuff, because it's very important for students to learn how to read. It's very important for students to learn how to write, how to add, how to subtract, how to count their money, how to tell time on an analog clock. But you see, that's another thing too. With them trying to make everything digital, analog clocks might not even exist anymore. But you see, when it comes down to school, they usually always have like the analog clocks in the classrooms. Like you don't really see any digital clocks in the classroom. They have the clocks in the analog format. But yeah, should the curriculums change in school, especially here in the US? Now, because I heard that like in other countries like in Finland, the students they don't really get brainwashed. The students don't really get programmed. They pretty much have a free mind. Like they don't even have to raise their hand to go to the bathroom. So yeah, that's the question that I have. Now, I'm gonna give you my answer like I always do. Do I feel that do I feel that the curriculums should change in the school system? To answer the question, yeah, yes, I actually do. Now, again, like I just stated, it is important for students to know how to read, write, add, subtract, multiply, divide. It's important for students to know how to tell time on an analog clock, and it's also important for students to know how to count their money. But when it comes down to learning about polynomials, monomials, factor and trinomials, all of that stuff that they teach you in math, a lot of that math is not really like useful. They program you, they program you and they brainwash you to make you think that it's gonna be useful, but in all reality, in your real life, it's not really useful. And just like some of the stuff that they teach you in history, where they teach you about Abraham Lincoln, like they even have it in books where they say that he wanted to end slavery, but it almost seems like they try to make it like Abraham Lincoln wasn't even a racist when he really was. Abraham Lincoln was still a racist. He didn't necessarily he didn't really want to end slavery. He believed that an African American couldn't really like be a leader. So yeah. But yeah, to answer the question, I do feel that they should change the curriculums in school. I do feel that they should stop brainwashing students because like they gonna come to realization that a lot of that stuff that they learned in school is not really like useful anymore. They don't use it anymore. All of that polynomials, monomials, factor and trinomials, Pythagorean theorem, mean, median, and mode, sine, cosine, tangent. A lot of that stuff is not even really useful anymore. So yeah, and that's another thing too. Like the school system, they want a nation of workers and not a nation of thinkers. And you see, you do got students in school that don't want to live their whole life being a worker, that don't want to live their whole life working a 9 to 5. They want to be a thinker. They want to live their life. They want to make a living doing something that they love to do. You see, it really just kind of comes to show that, I don't know, maybe they don't, maybe they kind of don't really care about a student's education that much, if they just want them to be brainwashed. So yeah, I do feel that they should change the curriculums in school. But again, I mean, if you a teacher, if you a parent, let's have a discussion about this. Chat with me, engage with me. And again, I'm not here to debate. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. But this is just my opinion. This is just how I feel. I do feel that the curriculum should change in the school system, because there's already like enough issues in the school system enough as it is. They trying to teach kids about gender identity at a very young age. They trying to force all of these homosexual agendas, the LGBTQ agendas on the youth, and they trying to like force it on everybody. And again, I repeat, I am not homophobic. Like I said last night, my favorite female rapper, Young M.A. Young M.A. is a lesbian, and she's my favorite female rapper right now. But when they try to force all of this LGBTQ agendas, all these homosexual agendas on everybody, it does become an issue. So yeah, again, I am not homophobic. Yeah. I mean, I always gotta like explain that, because again, people always like to say you're being homophobic, you're being this, you're being that. I mean, sometimes these platforms, they be removing your videos because they feel that like you're being like hateful or whatever, and I'm not. But I mean, I'm just willing to speak up about issues that are not right, stuff that's not right in this world. But yeah, don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. Love y'all.